Now, Lindsey Graham is not hopeful about the GOP's chances in a general election. And, of course, he shouldn't be. They are not doing very well. For example, some of the newest polls show Bernie Sanders pretty much crushing all the Republicans, and Hillary Clinton doing very, very well against Donald Trump. Some polls show her a little bit ahead of Ted Cruz, sometimes tying Ted Cruz. It's kind of a toss-up there, but losing to John Kasich. Now, John Kasich's never going to win the nomination anyway. He's got literally no chance in hell unless there's a brokered convention. Now, Lindsey Graham had recently, grudgingly I might add, threw his support behind Ted Cruz, a guy who he really doesn't even like. I mean, and he's made some pretty bad jokes, well, I should say pretty funny jokes against Ted Cruz in the past. But, well, he threw his support behind Ted Cruz in order to beat Donald Trump, who he says, if nominated, is pretty much going to guarantee a loss for the Republican Party. Now let's listen to him say that on Morning Joe.
Here's my concern. We can lose in 2016, and we probably will. Trump gets wiped out. Ted makes it competitive. I don't know if he can beat her or not, but at least we got a fighting chance. If Trump is the standard bearer, it's not about 2016. It's about losing the heart and soul of the conservative movement. I'm not going to stand behind a guy that gets David Duke's support. What is it about Trump's campaign that David Duke likes? I don't think he's a reliable conservative Republican. So it's no longer about winning the election for me. It's trying to salvage a party that I love and conservatism as I know it.
You know, it kind of makes me feel bad for him. For a little bit. And then you remember that the Republicans essentially created Trump. Why? Because of all the rhetoric from about Muslims, about Mexicans, about African Americans. It turns out, Lindsey, your party was fucked before Trump. Remember, they lost the 2012 election because they had no outreach to Latinos. No outreach whatsoever. They said that in the post-mortem of 2012. Hey, you know what? Maybe we should reach out to Latinos more and stop calling them terrible things. And then here comes, Steve King from Iowa, I think, the cantaloupe calves. Oh, yeah, there's people from Mexico, cantaloupe calves from running drugs. And then you've got, obviously, Donald Trump with his, I'm going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. They're rapists, they're criminals, all that stuff. No, your party created Trump by saying the stuff before Trump. And Trump just echoed it. He echoed exactly what your base was saying. That's why people like him. That's why people love Trump. Oh, yeah, he's saying the things that I like. He's saying the things that I think, but I'm too much of a pussy to say on my own. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Well, they had to have been thinking it in order for Donald Trump to come and say, to actually say it, and for them to think, yes, this guy, he was saying what I was thinking. Well, they had to have thought it for a long time. That's who the base of the Republican Party is. And guess who put all that stuff in their heads? Ronald Reagan with the welfare queens. All the rhetoric against immigration, against African Americans, against poor people, all of that. Congratulations, you've created Donald Trump, your party. You guys built him to appeal to the racists, and now you're pissed off that your creation is essentially pissing on you. It's kind of, look, it's karmic. It's beautiful, beautiful karma is what it is. Now, it's also karma watching Graham back a guy that said that, you remember he said earlier that having to choose between Donald Trump and Ted Cruz is like either being shot or poisoned. And he said that last night when he was on The Daily Show. Cruz essentially is poison. So, hey, Lindsey, look, enjoy the poison that your party has infected itself with. Maybe somehow it'll get better, and your party, the Republican Party, can actually be rational again. But if not, then the party needs to die and be replaced by one that doesn't include the racists, xenophobes, bigots, war hawks, and corrupt money men. But then again, if they did that to the Republican Party, who'd be left?